The federal government has intensified discussions with the Kingdom of Morocco in a bid to fast-track the process of achieving the final investment decision on the $30 billion Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline. Both nations held discussions about the deal on the sidelines of a meeting between the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ekpo, on the Moroccan Minister of Energy Transition and Sustainable Development, Ms. Leila Benali. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited disclosed this in a statement issued in Abuja on Thursday. It said the meeting was anchored by the Executive Vice President, Gas, Power and New Energy, NNPCL, Olalekan Oguneye, and the Director General, Morocco National Office of Hydrocarbons and Mines, Amina Ben Kadral. Nigeria, Morocco, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Benin and Guinea had signed 4 memorandum of understanding for the construction of the $30 billion Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline project at the Abuja headquarters of the Economic Community of West African States. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar on Thursday asked President Bola Tinubu to account for the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited's $3.3 billion emergency crude repayment loan. Last August, the NNPCL secured a $3.3 billion emergency crude repayment loan from the African Export-Import Bank to stabilize the foreign exchange market. A few weeks ago, the federal government received $2.25 billion out of a $3.3 billion foreign exchange facility from the African Export-Import Bank. But reacting to the deal in a statement, the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party wondered why the only information available to the public on the mega deal is coming through sources from the NNPCL. Atiku claimed that a special purpose vehicle called Project Gazelle Funding Limited is driving the deal, and it was incorporated in the Bahamas, wondering why the SPV is the borrower while the NNPCL is the sponsor with an agreement to pay with crude oil. The federal government has intensified efforts to secure the nation's natural resources as the presidential interministerial committee held an expanded meeting with the security service chiefs. The interministerial committee, chaired by the Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dele Alake, met with the security chiefs on Thursday in Abuja. Excuse me. President Bola Tinubu established an interministerial committee at the last Federal Executive Council meeting to draw up a blueprint for securing the country's natural resources, including solid minerals, forest, and marine economy. A statement by the Special Assistant of Media to Alake, Shegun Tomori, said the committee had its maiden meeting last week Friday. Giving highlights of the meeting, Alake had disclosed that the committee's meeting with service chiefs and Office of the National Security Advisor was a follow-up on the earlier one to get inputs for developing a workable strategy to effectively secure Nigeria's natural resources in line with the presidential mandate. The licensed and legal coal miners in Kogi State have hailed the federal and state government over its recent clampdown on the activities of illegal miners in the state. The miners in a statement said they were delighted that the federal and state governments were working hand in hand to flush out illegal miners in the state. The miners also hailed security agencies that were coordinating the operations for taking up the fight against illegal miners whose activities have left a negative impact on the economy and security of the country. Earlier, Kogi State said that it had seized 21 trucks loaded with coal amounting to 945 tons, all of which were products of illegal mining. The action followed an announcement by the Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dele Alake, of a ban on illegal mining activities by the federal government. The former Emir of Kano, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, has urged the Central Bank of Nigeria to go ahead with the move to relocate selected departments from Abuja headquarters to Lagos. The former CBN governor, in a statement on Thursday, deemed the move as eminently sensible, citing the larger infrastructure capacity in the Lagos office. The Apex Bank's decision to relocate some of its departments from Abuja to Lagos had ignited controversies in the past few weeks, particularly from the northern political class. They urged or argued that such relocation may exacerbate economic disparities between the north and south. Sanusi advised the CBN governor Olayemi Cardoso against yielding to political pressures surrounding the contentious move. According to the former CBN, he had contemplated a similar move during his tenure as CBN governor, but was unable to execute the plan due to time constraint. The federal government has stated the need to ensure strict regulation of the tobacco industry in accordance with the country's legislation and global best practices. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Ali Pate, disclosed this recently in Lagos at the formal launch of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission Tobacco Control Advocacy Campaign, tagged "Don't Burn Their Future." Pate, who was represented at the event by the chairman of the Tobacco Control Unit, Federal Ministry of Health, Dr. Malau Toma, noted that that for every $1 a country gains from tobacco, $3 more was expended on healthcare costs as a result of its ill effects. He commended the FCCPC's legal action and sanctioning of British American Tobacco Nigeria for indulging in anti-tobacco control and anti-competition practices. Earlier, the acting executive vice chairman and chief executive officer FCCPC, Adamu Abdullahi, said despite the commitments to the signing and ratification of global initiatives as well as the enactment of comprehensive national legislation, tobacco epidemic has emerged as a significant contributor to preventable health issues. Up ahead, Africa Development Bank to partner Enugu government on investment drive. These and more after this commercial break.